All right, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of On the Set, the 1708 podcast. It's me, Smiles. I'm excited as always. Super excited today, though. I got a special guest. We got Block Poppa all the way in from Pittsburgh. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, man. I'm happy to
Absolutely.
be in Atlanta. This
Hell yeah.
this studio, man. This shit's good work, man. Y'all need to come out here, check it out, get with Smiles, get some work done, man. It's where it's at out here.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I mean, you've been out here all week. We said, like, what, you got like 20 songs in already. Probably going to record some more tonight. What's the plan with all of it, you know?
We're trying to come with a mixtape. I think I'm gonna name it Rugged. It's gonna be more so a ghetto gospel type of thing, but we're still gonna have that drill activity on there. A lot of pain songs. Some shit for the females too. Everybody get to listen to it. We want all the audience. We
Yeah.
ain't trying to narrow anything out.
And then, yeah, because, like, we've been recording for, you've been, working with me for, we've been doing it, what, probably like coming on a year, I would say.
Longer than that.
Yeah, wow, yeah. I mean, I'm bad with time, so you're probably right. But mostly it's been, yeah, like more on the drill side of things. What was the reason behind the switch up? Were you like intentionally trying to do something more melodic or more like?
Honestly, it's this more so. That's the wave of the music right now. That more so got the youth talking over, and I know if anything run the real, it's the youth.
Yeah,
They bring most of the streams. They don't got no job. They probably sit in the house, play the game, watch and listen to music all day. And I'm trying more so gather that fan base, cause I know it'll be just easier to keep a chokehold on them.
yeah. And I mean, you're still young too, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's like I still more so relate to them more than anything, and I know that's what I like to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, no, it's been super fun recording, watching you, switch it up and do all the auto tune type stuff like that. Who have you been listening to that like kind of get you in your bag for all that?
so a big artist I listen to probably every day is Young Boy. Uh, he had the game in a chokehold for a minute, and I can say he got the youth took over too, and that's
Yep.
why his fan base is how it is. I like Kodak. The reason why I like Kodak is like he's super versatile. Like I saw Kodak do 17 different hymns. Like he got 17 different modes. He's like
Yeah.
Ben 10 or something. So like I like a lot of artists that can more so switch it up. They ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
So Young Boy he can rap and he can sing. Kodak he could do it all too.
Yeah.
You got a lot of rappers that could do it. I ain't gonna get too much into it, but a lot of rappers do their thing. But those is like two big ones for
Two big
sure.
ones. I think the Project Baby 2 is still like one of my favorite Kodak tapes
Yeah.
ever. Like
Yeah, Kodak.
there's so many good songs on there, and like you said, it's versatile. Like he's got really auto tune songs. He's got the raps. He like just the regular rap shit. He's got like the one I think it's called the Versatile song where he's just going through his pad
Yeah,
and he's just rapping all the different styles over the one beat.
Cause like when you're making music, you know when you're switching it up. Like you will know when you're real versatile. So like that's how when I feel when I make a singing song, like I know it's real different, and that's why I think about it. I'll be like I can't really trip on it, cause I know a lot of people might look at it and be like, oh, how you just go from this to that.
Uh-huh.
But it's more so you just don't want to have one fan base. You might have somebody who really like your drill music, but they don't listen to the singing at all. You got somebody who like your singing music, they don't like the drill stuff at all. So you want to just basically share your music with everybody, share your story with everybody. So I'm gonna get it out there in every way I can.
Mm-hmm. What's like the meaning of why Rugged? Why'd you pick that name?
Cause honestly, like that's what I think. That's the word I just think of when I think about everything I came from. It wasn't always easy growing up, but I ain't gonna say like I ain't have nothing growing up. I was always still going to school and J's and everything like that. Still had my bag, but there was just times where it's just like when the family split up, things go left, it take a turn, things start slowing down, and then I start getting older. I'm like, man, I'm about to try to do this on my own. And when you're trying to do it on your own and they asking your family for nothing and they don't really know what you're doing outside and stuff like that, you know, it could get hard because you can't always go to your family. You can't go to your mom and dad, be like, yeah, I'm outside, I'm doing this, I need help with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is you talking about? Like,
Were you like outside before you started rapping, or were you rapping since you were a
so
baby?
I was like when I was a kid, you know, everybody used to freestyle, and I used to low key be good at it. But you know, I
What do you mean
never,
by a kid? Like what? Like middle school?
yeah, like middle school, even probably elementary. Like everybody used to just rap at the lunch
Yeah,
table and
for sure.
everything like that on the bus, and I was alright at it, but I never really thought nothing of it. And when I was outside, like I was outside different. Like I was outside just as like a kid from the hood, you know. I wasn't outside doing too much. I wasn't
Okay.
in the way making problems for everybody, you know.
Okay.
And uh, you know, certain shit just hit the fan. You know, you just got certain stories to tell, and that's when I really start like making music, cause like you know, one day I'm just sitting there, my little brother, he's rapping a song, and I don't know why he start rapping, but he's just rapping a song, and I thought it was hard, so I'm like, yeah, let me get on that, and we're like rapping in the closet at this time, you know, recording on this phone, recording on this app on our phone. I forget what it's called, but I know we just used to send shit to our Dropbox, do all types of shit,
Mm-hmm.
make our own songs on the phone with the headphones in the closet, and I made my first song ever with my little brother because I heard him rap. Then I just felt like I did good on that song, so I just started writing songs every day.
Was it hard?
Uh,
Like in hindsight, do you remember it?
like was the music hard or was it hard?
The first verse you ever did, was it hard for your brother?
I mean, the first verse I ever did, I mean, to me it was hard, but I felt like if I was able to dig it up and hear it now, I'd probably be like, man, what the fuck is that? I
So
came a
you don't
long
remember
way.
it?
Yeah. Like I know it was hard. It was hard enough to make me keep going. It was
Mm-hmm.
hard enough to make me keep want to do this shit for real. Cause then I start writing every day after that, and then it just became a habit. Like you know, they say every time you do something for 21 days, that should eventually become a habit. So I
Yeah.
was just writing music every day, and then eventually I just couldn't stop no more.
And it was what? You were just working in the closet? Like when did you first start going to the studio? Studio.
Shit, I'll probably say like a full year after writing music. Then I went to the studio. I think it was Hotbox in Pittsburgh on the South Side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I put in some work there, and I remember them songs a little bit. I got them in my email deep down somewhere because, you know, them is from producers, so you can always find those.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, them songs they was definitely all right for, like, they had the potential. They had the potential, but the only thing about me, when I first started rapping, I never knew about no punching. I'll write a song and just go in there and one take everything,
And
even if
think that you got it, even if
yeah,
you mess up, you got it
even
good.
if I mumble, like
Mm.
I always been terrible with the ad libs, you know. I'm just good at writing bars. I'm good at writing bars and you know flows like
Yeah.
that. The music aspect, you know, and I just been getting better and better though.
Yeah.
But when I first started, like, you know, the punching, it wasn't a thing to me. I'll just one take everything. But I don't think it just still sound hard. But I wasn't making music to publish either. I was just making music.
Just to
cut.
make it tight.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the thing. A lot of like when artists first start coming to the studio, they have like in their mind that you have to one take everything, or like a lot of people just be like, "No, you're kind of like a pussy. Like I'm not a punch in rapper. Like no, you really gotta rap this." But at the end of the day, it's like once you start really coming to the studio and realizing that like one, using your time in a good way is like super important, and two, like breath control, keeping your voice fresh. You're not running out of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not like a cheap way to do something. It's actually like the better way to do
Yeah,
it.
you just got to perfect your craft. It's more so about what you're saying, not how you said. But it do matter how you say it. But I'm talking as far as in going in just one taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's your song. You know you wrote it, and you know when you practice it, you're one taking it for the most part. You can't punch in your head,
Mm-hmm.
so you know it's your song. So it's just go in there. You gotta do it the right way.
Yeah.
And I ain't really learned the punching aspect until like a full year into going to the studio. Like I really wasted 2 years of studio time, probably more than that. Cause you know
I mean,
I
it's
was
not
just
a waste though, because if you didn't do it, you would have never learned.
yeah,
You know?
true that. But it was like more so, you know, I really just was rapping for no reason for a long time, and I always had the bars, I had everything. I just
Yeah.
needed to know how to make music.
That was the same when I first started rapping. It was the exact same way. Like I was like, I got a one take everything, and then I would switch my flows so many times in a song that it was like it's like hard. You know what I'm saying? People couldn't follow along to it, like, cause it's like every 4 bars I'm switching and this, and like it took a long time. Probably yeah, it took me like 2 years, easy 2 years to learn. Like maybe I should just try 2 flows for the whole song. 3 flows for 1 flow. You know what I mean? Like Gunna can get one pocket and he'll just ride it for an entire song. Like
Yeah.
I had to force myself to do that. Write like 15 songs and don't switch the flow no matter how bad I want to.
If you write your music, it'll be easier to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, when you get in when you're in a freestyle mode, you can't. You want to get it. You don't want to be in there too long. So you catch yourself switching up the flows more as long as it sound right. But you're
Yeah.
more so just trying to get that next bar on there, just
Yeah.
freestyling bar for bar.
Yeah. In my case, I was just being excessive with it. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like too much. But no, it's fantastic watching. Like even in this past week, like we've locked in like almost 20 hours, if not 20 hours, you know, just working on stuff and just seeing like even that, like from the first song with the ad libs to now, you know what I'm saying? And then like melodies, harmonies with shit. You just seem like, you know what I'm saying? You're a quick learner. You seem a lot more comfortable just grabbing onto things. Boom, boom, boom.
I feel like it's because we're spending more time with each other too. You know, we're
For sure.
learning each other's ways of the music, how
Yeah.
we like each other's shit. You know,
Yeah, how you like to work, how I like to work, for sure.
it's a chemistry thing too.
Yeah. How does it feel? Like really locking in the studio, like, because, you know, for those of you guys who can't see, we're in the studio right now and they're sleeping upstairs and I'm sleeping over there. So like as soon as you wake up in the morning, as soon as we come downstairs, you walk down the stairs into this. So how does it feel for like a whole week damn near just waking up, walking right into the studio and starting to record?
That shit felt good for real, cause you know, I feel like I'm in my real workspace. And another thing, like every time I wake up in the morning, every morning, the first thing I do when I wake up is I probably throw on a beat and start trying to catch a flow, write a song, cause I got a fresh mind in the morning, and I feel like I just make my best music in the morning. So it's like, damn, now I get to go wake up, get right in the booth, start laying shit down, everything fresh on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I could get it first thing, cause you know when I go through my day, smoke fucking 6 backwoods and shit, I forget everything I thought about in the morning. The morning's over. I'm
Yeah.
high as hell all day.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's nice rather than like just doing like a voice memo thing or doing whatever. You get that, like, yeah, you said walk right into the booth. It's down, it's laid. Even if it's, you know, finish it later, just get a couple of bars out. Like it's laid down and it's there.
Yeah.
You know? So break it down for me, like growing up in Pittsburgh, growing up on the east side. What was that like?
Shit, that shit like it's crazy for real, you know. I grew up though playing football and shit, doing everything all the regular kids do. You know, I went to school. I always liked school. I was never like good in school or nothing, but I like going to school. If I got suspended and shit, I was mad because like I don't want to be at the house and shit. You know, I did my work. I did everything I could to pass. But, you know, for the most part, I'm just trying to have fun in school, fuck with all the kids, talk to the females and stuff like that. You know, then got to high school, start playing basketball and everything. At the beginning of my high school, me and my man. Shit, you know, met a couple people. And the people I grew up with, you know, you just get older, you know. Things ain't always just going to be the same. Just going up. Everybody, you know, everybody got a different vision of everything. So, you know, you don't see eye to eye with everybody. You know, people fall out. So it's just the same story everybody going to tell. You got friends growing up. You know, everybody get older, get a different lane and want to go different ways. So, you know, can't trip out none of that, though. You know, you got to let that thing play out.
Yeah, so just regular growing up, just chilling, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, like, but other than that, Pittsburgh. You know how our city is. It's cold as hell.
Yep.
That shit will
Yep.
snow all the way to May. You know, uh, it's like every other hood. You know, if you go up in a certain area in Pittsburgh, it's every other hood. Everything that go on in hoods in Chicago and New Orleans and Detroit, all them hood, every hood's the same shit. It's just different places. People move different. So, you know, everybody saw the same shit growing up if you're from one of those type of areas.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
So-
you know, I know it, like, the obvious answer is yes to a certain extent, because everybody's like, you know, where I grew up and, you know, inspired me in some way, but like, does that inspire, does like coming from where you come from, like, inspire any of that, like, actual music, or is it just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, is anybody that you look up to, like,
it definitely make it easier for me to rap and shit. Like it make not when I go in the studio, I can vision shit, see shit.
yeah, you got something to talk about,
Yeah,
type
like there's
shit.
shit to talk about, you know.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if I would have grew up in a different type of, if I grew up rich, what am I going to say? You know, all I'm going to say is I'm richer than everybody, you know, and people
Yeah.
don't really care about that. You know,
Mhm.
when you got a story, everybody here, they relate to it because there's a lot more people born broke than people born rich, you know.
Yeah.
So when you're making that rugged music, like, you know, that rugged type music, more people's gonna relate to that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
Mm-hmm.
that's the population of the United States. That's where most of us came from.
What do you think the reaction is going to be to the project?
Uh,
What do you think people are going to say?
I feel like a lot of people in my hood gonna be hating.
Yeah.
You know, not none of my guys or nothing, but you know, a lot of people in my hood gonna hate on me no matter what I drop. Don't matter what I drop. You know, a lot of people in my hood gonna be hating, but feel like a lot of people in other places give me more love than where I'm really from. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I find that shit crazy, but that's how it is for everybody. Nobody really want to see you win. Everybody just trying to make it to the top first, but you know, this shit, the money's unlimited. This shit is not no race. Everybody,
Yeah. There's enough
everybody,
money for everybody
yeah,
to get
everybody
rich.
can get this shit. So, you know, I don't be getting people a lot of times, but I just let them beat them,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and I just stay focused on my goal. And my goal is to make it. And that's why I'm putting out the music that I know everybody want to hear. I don't care if my hood don't accept me. Because my hood, you know, in my hood, I lost more than I gained from it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lost a lot of niggas to this shit and shit like that. You know, got niggas locked up, free Matty G's, RP Skelly and shit. But, you know, that shit took more than it gave me. So I don't even give a fuck if my hood be hating on me.
That's facts. What's your favorite song off this project so far?
Definitely the one we're doing the music video too. You know, y'all gotta stay tuned for the music video. That shit's gonna be hard, man.
What's the name of it?
That shit's called Ignoring Her. You know, I know a lot of niggas going through it with they bitches and shit like that. This is for y'all, but this is for the bitches too, cause you know, bitches just like rapping, singing shit too.
Yes,
That's
yes.
like that what they like to
And
listen
that's
to.
that, and it's got that heartbreak to it.
But
It's got the
don't get me wrong though. Those Pittsburgh bitches, they like to listen to that straight gangster
Yes,
shit, straight
though,
Detroit shit. That's all they listen to.
that's the you know, I always see those memes like when you get in the car and she's playing some Detroit rapper that you never heard of, like whatever. But like,
I'm like, how you know this shit?
That is all Pittsburgh bitches. They're always playing something where you're just like, it's. I get in the car and I'm damn near scared. You're like, oh, here we go, here we go.
Real shit. I be listening to more singing shit than my bitch.
I love R&B, man. Anything smooth, anything relaxed. I hear too much aggressive ass shit all the time. I want to hear some, you know,
Yeah,
laid back.
you know, I grew up through that whole era when like Chief Keef came out and changed the game. I was young as hell, but I listened to that shit. I know like every Chief Keef song. You know, he definitely changed. So that's why I fuck with the melodic music more, cause I grew up listening to that shit for 6 years straight. Just straight drill music, nothing but Chicago shit.
Wow, yeah. So earlier you said, you know, people might be hating everything. Your goal is to make it. What does that look like to you? Like, so you know, this project, you drop this project and keep building. What is like, where do you see yourself as far as like making it? When are you gonna sit back and kind of just be like, all right, cool, I can take a breath for a minute?
Shit, I don't wanna never take a breath. I don't wanna never let go of the gas. But shit, I'ma feel like I made it when I could take care of my family, when my family don't got work no more, and we're comfortable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'ma feel
Mm-hmm.
like I made it. But even when I get to that point, I don't never want to let my foot off the gas, cause shit, you could fall at any time. There's so many times where I already felt like I was up, and I fell.
Yeah.
You know, I hit the bottom a lot of times, especially when you ain't even up for it.
That's
So
I feel like is has been with a lot of people, but myself too, where it's like you get that leg up, and rather than using that leg up to get the other leg up, you know what I'm saying? Like I if I get up on some money, you know, a lot of you just spend it rather than being like, all right, let me put this aside and know that like, because you know, if my thing is like, you know, I don't like relaxing either, but it's like my thing is if I'm scared to relax, because if I do, there's somebody that wants it just as bad as me that's gonna work even harder, that's not gonna relax,
yeah,
you
you
know.
know,
So it's like you can't.
there's a lot of people out there that's working.
Yep.
You know, I'm one of them people, and I know there's a lot of people who got a name for themselves, but they ain't really doing nothing with it. We ain't gonna speak on none of that, but I'm coming. You know, that's all I gotta say is
Hell
I'm
yeah.
coming. You know, I'm
Anybody
next
you want
up.
to shout out? Anybody?
You
You know
know,
what I'm saying?
I want to shout out all my brothers for real. Definitely the two that been in the studio with me, KD, my boy Shooter. You know, then I want to shout out the gang. You know, back home and shit, Pittsburgh, Backdoor, Bino, KK. You know, Reek Bands, all my guys.
Hell
Just
yeah, man. Name of the project one more time, just for everybody.
Rugged. Y'all should see that coming in like January, late January, January, because we gotta do a lot of promoting. But if y'all don't get it by late January, it's definitely gonna be the second month of the year,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just going how we gonna be coming. You know,
Where can people find you at?
man. People can find me at 8 Block Poppa on Instagram, 8block.poppa. Follow me. You know, I follow back. Uh, depending on who you is.
I follow back, depending on who you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on who you is. Uh, shit like that, man. You know, I got them feature deals coming around my project. I definitely want to drop a lot around my project. So, like, you know, feature deals for sure. Because if you could get with me before I drop my project, man, I'll work anything out. I'm trying to put out music leading up to this project. So just get with me, man, especially if you're from the city. If you're from the city, we could put in work. If you ain't from the city, we could put in work. We can meet up, you know, do anything, shoot vids. We could do it all. You know, we gotta invest in ourselves. That's what we gotta do. Uh, other than that, you know, be expecting a lot. And I know y'all gonna be fucking with this tape. It's gonna be out on all platforms. It's coming to you. So,
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming through. This is 1708 on the set. Smiles, 8 Block Poppa. Peace.